What is up, everybody? It is Saturday. Slashback Saturday, the sequel. That's right. Yes, it is. TheHORRORman's asked us to review a slasher with an interesting weapon. Not necessarily a machete, not necessarily a knife, but something that's off the cusp. And this gentleman uses a corkscrew tool. So today we review Midnight Movie on Slashback, the sequel. Okay, so Midnight Movie came out in 2008. And let's go into some of the features here on the film so you guys can kind of see what we got going on there. Just the director commentary on there, creative scene, cast, storyboards, outtakes. The inside of the film. So again, this came out in 2008 as I drop stuff like an idiot. And I have to tell you guys, this flies under the radar a lot, I believe. You know, I don't see a lot of people talk about it, and I know some people just got it. So let's get right into the Midnight Movie. The film came out in 2008, directed by Jack Messett, and currently gets a score of 5.2 on IMDb. And basically the premise of the film is there is a psychopath that directs movies just for fun, just because he likes to get kicks out of killing people on film and whatnot. He's in a psych ward, and they're trying to have him watch one of his movies to be able to kind of get a gauge as to why he's so psychotic and crazy. Well, in the process, this cult comes there and wipes out everybody at the psych ward as he's attempting to watch his own movie. Now, I can't go into too many details whether or not he was killed when the cult came and everybody was killed, or if he was still alive. You guys will have to figure that one out for yourself. Now, let's fast forward now to modern day, where everybody's on the hunt. Everybody's trying to figure out, what's going on here. There's police looking for the guy. The murders still are unsolved a little bit. And nobody really seems to have an idea of what's actually going on with him. They believe he's dead, but he might still be roaming. So, modern day now, we have a group of kids that are going to the theater to watch a film by Ted Radford called The Dark Beneath. Well, it just so happens Ted Radford is the one in question. They think he is the one that used to be the killer and also the one that actually made this movie. So there is a screening at this theater, and the kids want to go check it out. I don't think they all know about the history completely. But anyways, people start to show up at the theater. Detectives start to show up just in case shit starts to hit the fan, because people are still just, speculating and not knowing whether or not the killer still exists or not. So you have a lot of fun characters throughout the film here as well. I mean, there's a lot of, I think character development is important for a film. So essentially, all of your main characters arrive at the film, and the film begins. All of a sudden, as the film begins, shit starts to happen, and people start to get knocked off one by one. But the thing is that's strange is people are wondering, is this guy real? Or is he actually in the movie? Because things occur while the movie is playing. For example, certain deaths that are actually happening at the theater are showing up on the screen. So it's kind of like a mental, drain. Because actually in the beginning, during the first two kills, people actually were like, oh my god, these are people that are actually working at the theater. This is awesome. They planned this, but really it's actually happening in real life. And so I don't want to give too many details because I'm sure a lot of you have seen this film, but I have to say I absolutely loved it from start to finish. I got to revise it and watch it again recently. Revisit it. And I had an absolute blast. Now, a little backstory on this film. When this came out in 2008, there was an original cut of the film. It actually did so well, people requested that the director come back in and add parts to it, therefore making the killer cut of the film, which is awesome. Now, the budget for the film was $1 million exact dollars, And a couple other things, some Easter eggs for you guys. The house scenes in the film were actually the same house used in The Devil's Rejects. So that's something kind of cool, right? So this film has a small cult following. I don't know why it doesn't get like a Scream Factory release or whatnot. Maybe it does and I'm not aware of it. The Midnight Movie is awesome from start to finish. The kills, the gore is on point. The story is great. You know, you have to really think a little bit throughout the film to figure out exactly what the concept is, which is what I'm not going to tell you guys. Because I don't want to spoil it. But I'm sure most of you have seen this gem. It's fantastic. And go check it out if you've not. Go get it today if you've not seen Midnight Movie. I know a lot of times you can get it on like a 4-pack or a 3-pack for very cheap. Get the killer cut. I don't believe this is the killer cut, although it would have confused me though, because some of the scenes are very brutal. But anyhow, guys, happy Slashback. This is Hobbs. This is Midnight Movie. Peace.